Hi everyone, I hope you're doing absolutely wonderful right now. Listen, I just wanted to start off with sharing this story about how this book actually became a thing. See, when I was 8 years old, my mum homeschooled me and I had a lot of free time on my hands. So what I did with it is I took this really big interest in lions. I just watched documentary after documentary after documentary and I absolutely loved them. Like if you just looked at my watch history, on my laptop, you would have seen it was just lion this, lion that. I was always watching stuff about lions. And as I learned more about lions, I loved them even more and more. And I just couldn't get enough of it. But because my mum was the only one who was always in the house, I just kept telling her different facts about lions. I said, "Oh, mum, do you know this about lions? Did you know this about lions?" And every single day I was coming to her with something else and something else. And you know what she would do? She'd go to my sister and she'd say, "Oi, check if what he just said was true." And every single time, what I said turned out to actually be right. So my mum, she realised, hold on, he has all this knowledge about lions inside of his head. Why don't we do something with it? She came to me multiple times and she was like, "Elijah, you know all this stuff about lions. Why don't you just write it down?" She didn't even say that it should be a book yet. She just said, "You know what, just write it down so that you never forget them. Well, we won't want to lose all these amazing facts that you've learned." So eventually I did write it down and then I read it to her. She absolutely loved it. And she says, wait, show it to your sister. Then I read it to my sister and my sister doesn't absolutely love it, but she thinks it's quite interesting too. So then we show it to my grandma. Now my grandma is absolutely awesome. She's always so supportive, always just loves it when I do something good, right? So my grandma, she absolutely loved it. And she loved it so much that she said, "Okay, we're going to have a family gathering. Why don't you read the book there?" So I did. And I literally remember the exact wall that I was sat at when I read it to the whole family. And after I was finished, everyone was like, "Wow, that's really interesting. That's really cool that I didn't know this about lions, I didn't know that about lions, and I learned something new from what you just showed me." So the next day, my mum comes to me and she's like, "Wait, Elijah, people like the stuff that you've learned. People like all this knowledge that you know about lions. So why don't we just start writing it all down in a book format? And who knows, maybe one day it will become a book." So we start writing and we start putting these things together. And over the course of the next 2 years, it took 2 years because it wasn't the main focus of our lives, but over the course of the next 2 years, we put the strongest version, the final written version of this book out. Now, we do a lot of things to try and get it illustrated, to try and get it published, and there was a lot of people who disappointed us. There was a lot of times when we just thought that this isn't going to go forward. In fact, most of our family just pretty much forgot about this book. There was times that we asked, and when I say we, I'm talking about me and my mum. There was times when we ourselves doubted in this book and we didn't want to continue anymore. But we just kept pushing forward. We kept trying to find the right illustrator. We kept trying to find the right way to publish it. And eventually, when I started it at 8 years old, at 15 years old, finally, the book got published. Now, I want to impress upon you the fact that any idea that you have can become something. Like you may know something about, I don't know, ballet or dancing or this sport or that field of knowledge, right? Just because you're young and just because you might not have, I don't know, years of experience inside of something, that doesn't mean that if you have an idea that you can't go forward with it and turn it into something. And you know what? A lot of people are going to doubt what you're going to be able to do. A lot of people are going to put you down because of your youth. But don't let that stop you. And always remember, those people that do believe in you, those people that are rooting for you, value them because they are special. And not many people get to have those people. But no matter who you are, no matter how young you are, I was 8 years old when I started writing this book and I was 15 when it was published. Don't let your age hold you back. Just if you know that you can do something, or even if you're not sure you can do something, but you have an idea and you want to turn it into something real, go for it. And who knows where it will get you.